Okay, we're here at the beautiful top of Mapleton, overlooking the Sunshine Coast, with Pastor Gerald Rowlands, who has a great interest in the Middle East, particularly in Israel, and seeing the political situation at the moment in the Middle East. It's very interesting to us as Christians to find out what someone who's close to it feels. What do you think when you look at the situation, Gerald?
Well, it's exciting and it's scary, depending which side you're on.
Yes.
It's exciting because Bible prophecy, which we've had in our Bibles all these years, is actually coming to pass right now in the Middle East. And the thing that is happening is that the Islamic nations are preparing to take Israel, conquer Israel, and establish a mosque in Israel, and establish an Islamic caliphate with which Jerusalem will be the capital city. So they're going to turn away from Mecca and Medina, they're going to turn away from Cairo, they're going to conquer Israel, either kill or get rid of all the Jews and Christians, and then re-establish their presence on Temple Mount, the very spot where Isaac was offered by Abraham years ago, and the spot to which Jesus first of all ascended up into heaven, and the angels who saw him go said he's going to come back here in the same manner as you see him go. So the Muslims are conscious of the fact that, Christians have a prophetic scenario,
yes,
in which Jesus will come back to earth and establish his kingdom, but they aim to take over Jerusalem and Temple Mount, and they aim to have it in Islamic hands so that Jesus will not want to come back there as the Christian Messiah. Although...
How close do you think that is, Gerald?
It could be within months.
Yes.
It could be within months. I think the way that I judge the time is what is actually happening with these Muslim leaders. For instance, the new president of Egypt, who when he took over just a few weeks ago, said nothing's going to change. He's going to look after the churches as well as the Muslims. Now he's declared himself as the man who will welcome the Mahdi, the Muslim Messiah. And they're talking about marching on Jerusalem. He says, we'll march on Jerusalem, we'll either conquer it or we'll die in the process.
Wow.
So, they're getting all their weapons ready. They've got the money, they've got the weapons. They fully intend to conquer Israel. This is the first step before they conquer America. America is also in their sights. But before they can conquer America, they've got to have a conquest in Israel and get rid of all the Jews and all the Christians. So the point is, they're saying it right now.
Yes.
We're marching. He told 100,000 people in the square in Cairo, get ready, don't worry about anything else, we just want to go to Jerusalem and conquer Jerusalem and take over in the name of Allah. So they are ready. And according to what the Bible says, the Bible describes that very scene, the scenario that is being reenacted now in Egypt and also in Iran is foretold in great detail in the Bible. So it's a matter of the two things coming together. The Muslims doing what they're talking about, and they really mean it. Christians talk about going to heaven, but they don't think too much about it. But they are talking about going to Israel and conquering Jerusalem and conquering the whole land, and they really mean it.
Yes.
They've got the weapons, they've got the strategy, they've got the money. They are ready to march tomorrow.
Yes. The rise of the Muslim Brotherhood. What's your feeling about that?
Very dangerous.
Yes.
They are very fanatical Islamic warriors.
Yes.
And whatever they say they will do, they'll have it. As the Egyptian president said, we'll do it or die in the process. It's a matter of life or death. If a Christian talks about dying, it's dying with Christ, meaning, losing a few things that you like to do, whatever, dying. But when they talk about dying, they're talking about strapping a grenade around their body and blowing themselves to smithereens. They are really fanatical. Whatever they say they will do, they're capable of it. And the
Yes.
Christians are sleeping.
Yes.
Christians don't even know it's going on.
So the feeling of the Jewish people in Israel is what at this stage?
From my observation, it's remarkably calm considering the threats that they're living under.
Yeah.
Just this week, I saw pictures of thousands of Jewish people queuing up for their gas masks because they're expecting gas attacks, chemical attacks. They're doing it right now. They've got all their air raid shelters ready. They've got each family has got its gas mask. You know, they're anticipating that an attack could happen any day.
They've got all the chemical weapons, haven't they, in Syria that they're worried about
Yeah.
if the regime falls. Do you think they'll use them against their own people, or do you think they'll use them against Israel?
I think that Assad, the president of Syria, is in a very difficult position, really. He's alienated himself from the Arab Alliance,
Yes.
and he's alienated half the population. So he needs something that he can do which might bring him back to both of them, and the thing would be to launch an attack on Israel. That would bring them all together.
Yeah.